Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to episode 77 of the Casual Weebs podcast. We have a lot to talk about today. We're getting controversial today because we're getting right into Tougen Anki. But before we get into that, guys, we are dropping our To Be Hero X video this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Honestly, Dragon Boy arc, kind of slapped. The Ahu arc. The arc that we all doubted, that we all slept on. It's what, an
Yes.
episode about a fucking dog that we haven't seen yet? Ugh. Can we just skip it and go right to X's episode, the last episode? I take my words back. I'm so sorry. The Ahu episode was the best episode of the year, in my basic opinion. I don't know. I could be kind of speaking out of my ass, but so far, right now, I'm saying the Ahu episode was the best episode ever. It was so unbelievably good. And now we have what, this Saturday to Sunday, this season finale for season 1 of To Be Hero X, which was just nothing but phenomenal. So we're dropping an episode this week talking about the Dragon Boy and the Ahu arc, and then next week about the overall series and the absolute cinematic masterpiece that's probably gonna be X's episode, because I mean, shit, it is getting good. Also, I dropped a new manga video, but not a video, a short, because I was like, yo, let's get right to the point. Let's tell you what it's about. Let's deliver the sauce right to the phone. That's what I did. It's, it's a short, but it's in the manga and manhwa playlist. So if you want to check that out, you got it. Anyways, let's get into Tougen Anki, because I really want to talk about it. Here's the thing. People are saying, I keep seeing all over TikTok, people are like, yo, Tougen Anki is dog shit. It absolutely sucks. It is just garbage, but I can't stop watching it. You know, they keep waiting for it to get good. And I'm like, I honestly don't necessarily disagree with them. Like let's talk about, right, episode 9 here. Starts off with the green-haired dude fucking going absolutely cringe crazy over the girl in a schoolgirl outfit. It is just uncomfortable. It's not like funny. It's not like Konosuba funny. It is just weird. And it's just like, bro, like, I'm kind of good. I'm with people now. I think I'm gonna just turn it off. But then, it then goes into, all right, hey, listen, we gotta get through this wall. We're kind of enemies of the state. People don't like Onis. They're kind of hunted. So we can't evacuate the city. We need to, or the temple. We need to make a diversion to get people away because we care about lives. We want people to be all right. So they do that. You have this real deep moment, too, where the pink hair girl's like, oh my god, like, did I fail after she causes the landslide like she was supposed to? And he's like, no, like, you're fine. He's like, she's really in the dark. Hopefully someone can come and pull her out. But he's like, that's what the school's made for. I have full faith that somebody will. Kind of hinting towards our MC. But, like, it was kind of that real sweet moment. It was nice how the Onis were like, yo, we care about the people. We gotta, like, get through here, but we need to make sure people are safe. It's like, damn, like, this anime actually does have some depth. Like, this is crazy. And then it goes to the blonde hair, like, villain, her fight, where it's nothing but fan service shots. And it's like, okay, now we're back. It's this fucking roller coaster of, wow, this is dog shit. I kind of want to stop watching it. And hey, yo, there's actually a little bit, to this. Like, that's actually might be, like, kind of good. But at the end, too, I think that fight that we kind of waiting for, it sucked. It was garbage. It was so dumb and so anticlimactic. But we ended up finding out that the MC is related to, like, this great Oni general. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait, what's this lore bomb? So again, Tougen Anki is like this absolute roller coaster of it's fucking garbage too. Hey, there actually is a lot of problems here. So as someone who's like kind of like read the manga, don't spoil the manga, but like, what are your kind of takes on that? If it's actually good or if it's just like, it's kind of a mess.
So like if you're a fan of shonen, you'll like it. You'll like the shonen aspects of it. It does give a little Fire Force energy. Like there's a lot of like Gunner aspects to it. Like, yo, my man Yurisube, the green haired dude with the glasses, was tweaking this episode, talking about how it's his dream to go on a schoolgirl date with like his classmate. It was like, yo, like chill. And like all that aside, you're right. Like the evacuation plan, I think her name's like Bubugara or something, uses her ability and can finally like control it. She like does what she's supposed to do. I thought that was cool. She's making a little progress, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of aspects, especially when you cut to Kogasaki and the blonde girl. And then the other guy comes in with the eyebrow piercing and he's just like, yo, like you're showing skin. She was like, yeah, so.
He's like, that
And they
pisses
like
me
make a
off.
huge deal about it. Because like all the Oni guys are like fucking super sheltered. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
And like it is like a bit of a trope in the manga. And like I get if that's not your thing. If that like puts you off to it, it's Fire Force-ish in that kind of negative way. I get that. I do understand. It definitely is that way. But like it's pretty harmless and pretty irrelevant. And like if you're like a seasoned vet, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I know what it is. The shonen aspects of it are really sick. And I think either next episode or the episode after that, they dive into like the children of Kishin and like how important they are. There's only like a couple born at a time. So like it's like it has a huge implication on like the rest of the story. And we'll get to see that with Subakiri next episode. And also like using his former teammate as like a puppet weapon, diabolical.
Yeah.
I think it really sets the tones for like how Momos really are.
Like, I think it's kind of crazy because I got the same thing where, like, this is kind of like Fire Force, but the big difference is that Fire Force has that other aspect of it where, like from like a sound effects point of view, it's like there's nothing better. There's no anime that tops it. Like, it has an
True.
aspect of it that's literally goated, and also the fights in Fire Force are pretty fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So the problem is that if you're kind of like Fire Force but just not as good, you know what I mean? It's easier to be put off by it, by the dumb etchiness, and especially like when it's just like not funny, it's just cringy. Like the green haired dude is like, oh my god, like let's fuck right now, and it's like,
I love when
I'm
Mudano, the
gonna.
teacher, is like, he was like, I usually have a good eye for people. Maybe I have to train a little more. I misjudge this guy.
Yeah, he's like, I
I
didn't
was
expect
dying. I
this
was
at
like, yeah, this
all.
guy's a straight creep. What the hell?
And look, we were all thinking it too, because like we've like interacted with this character like a couple of times before this moment, and like he seemed fine. He kind of seemed like the basic nerdy, you know, like follow the rules kind of guy. And now it's just like, dude, where the fuck did this come from? And I like you're so right about that. I love how the teacher even acknowledged that. He's like, what the fuck? I didn't expect this at all. Like, am I getting old? Am I off my game?
Yeah, dude, he was like, gotta retrain my eye. And like, Yorisube's cool, but I said to you before, like, definitely that character. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I think Tougen Anki, it needs to like add a little bit like more. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have like a little bit better fight scenes because again, we were like thinking that there was gonna be some badass fight this episode, and like there really like wasn't. It was like so like underwhelming. You know, it was like bro, like what is this? You know what I mean? And there was again some touching moments and some cool moments where like it comes to like lore and stuff where it's like, yo, this anime could be like really good, but we'll just have to like wait and kind of see. And here's the one good thing: Tougen Anki did something phenomenal, something very very smart because they're doing 24 episodes. That gives us a lot of material to kind of help base our opinion on it. And like I said, people on TikTok are saying, yo, this fucking sucks. I can't help but still watch it though. There's something still keeping me attached, still keeping me there, right? And I took a little preview at the fall season. We're going to be making a video on that within the next couple of weeks, talking about what's going to be coming out. And honestly, this season's shallow. It doesn't have a whole bunch. It has got like 3 or 4 animes that kind of like hit, but like I feel like it's gonna be really easy to stay like with Tougen Anki through that season. You know what I mean? Because it's not like, hey, yo, like we're flooded with stuff. You know what? I don't got the time for it. People are gonna be looking for stuff to watch.
And we had like talked about like, oh, 2B Hero X is so sick. Like, we'll be able to compete with the summer season
yeah.
and like keep up. I'm so sorry I even asked, but
Yeah.
it definitely has. But like Tougen Anki, it's very shonen driven.
Yeah.
And you know what? I fucking love shonens.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be watching. But like in the next few episodes, I think it'll really take off. But yeah, you're right. You need that first moment to like really show people you're serious and there's like really good battle scenes outside of everything else.
Yeah, so I think with the the last 12 episodes, hopefully that's going to give people a little bit more time to kind of decide like, hey, you know what, this actually is kind of like worth sticking with. Because again, you still have people kind of on the hook. Hopefully whatever has people attached doesn't go away. But definitely the best time to drop this, especially because, January, we're back. I hope everyone's calendars are clear because we are having like it's summer all over again. It's summer part 2. I mean, the amount of fire anime.
Peaktober to January 26th, dude. It's never left.
It's absolutely insane. January is going to be absolutely insane. So I think that this is the perfect time to kind of do that. So I'm really excited to see kind of like where it goes. There's been some times where I'm like, again, I don't even be watching this, but then there's moments where it's like, all right, yeah, just like one more episode to decide. So we'll see like next season kind of how people feel about it, especially because like My Hero Academia is kind of ending too. Like you're kind of losing shonens. Like you said, like you're a huge shonen fan. Of course, you're watching it. Like some of them are kind of dropping off. You know what I mean? So maybe this is something where people can kind of like fill that slot with, where it's like, all right, let's start watching Tougen Anki. And one thing I do disagree with people with is that, like the whole art of like the blood thing is stupid. So like it's like Fire Force. I'm like, bro, I think that's fucking awesome because they're like it's so unrealistic. I'm like, anime in itself is unrealistic. If I get hit by a fucking truck, I'm dead. I'm not going to some other world. That actually we might not know.
Over.
We might not know. Like low key, but. Like, hey, if I see if Chuck Toon comes for me, I might hesitate, bro. And there might be like a little bit of me that's like, wait, like, is this happening? All right, no, but like seriously though, like, I think the whole blood thing is like really, really cool, and I like how they do take way like different stances, like they do in Fire Force. It's not just about fire. It's like let's take fire and they can manipulate it in all these different ways. We have a bunch of unique powers that are just fucking awesome. I actually like how Tougen Anki is doing that with blood, and I actually think it's like really cool. And we don't really see many gory animes, so I think it's really cool that they're like doing that too. You know what I mean?
And like the aspect of blood loss is important, like
Yeah.
as a demon, which I think is sick. But like all the abilities are very unique, and even the momos too, with like the bacteria that they talk about.
Hmm.
Like the abilities are unique to that character, and like they're very like different as far as everything I've read and seen so far in the anime. And
Hmm.
I think that's really well done. Like sure, like a blood release is not the most creative thing ever, maybe, but it's very well done, and I think it's enjoyable.
I think there's like a level of Tougen Anki where it's like it's kind of like this is a bad example, but like it's just kind of a stretch. But it's kind of like Attack on Titan mixed with Fire Force in a way. I feel like a little
Yeah,
bit of like his lineage and about like the gory aspect kind of like ties in with like Attack on Titan. And again, Attack on Titan's over, had a huge fan base. You have Fire Force, which is going to be ending. You have My Academia, which is going to be ending. So you have like a lot of stuff that's like ending or has ended. So I feel like Tougen Anki could be in a spot where it's like if you entice the story a little bit, you speed it up a little bit, and we get like more involved, you might have some people who are like, it was a slow start, but like it's kind of there. But to be fair, My Hero Academia was the same way. Like My Hero Academia, you got to get a couple episodes in. It's a very kind of like slow burn to kind of get into it, but then you really get into it.
even Attack on Titan, like the second season was what really sold me. Like the build up for it was good. I didn't really like the first season. I'm gonna be honest
I
with
kind of disagree with you on that one, just simply because the first episode was literally just the fucking slaughter of everything. It was the wall coming down.
you.
Yeah.
But everything after that is like a slow grind.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're not wrong though. But like you do need time to set up and like build stuff. So like it's not fair to say like, oh, I didn't like the first season. It's not good.
Yeah.
Tougen Anki is not the best anime or manga you're ever gonna read, but it's fun. It has all the things everybody likes, and it's good. It's good enough. Like you don't have to be super critical with it, but yeah, very good. There's, I think, in a few episodes when we really dive into like the whole Kishin thing, I think it'll pop off.
That's what I think and what I'm kind of hoping for. Because like, okay, like sure, some of like the green hair kid, I don't think I'm ever gonna like him. He's just fucking weird. But they've surprised me
Agreed.
with other people. You know what I mean? Like the white hair kid with like the black tips. Like I fuck with that guy. Like I actually think his backstory is really cool. I think his blood art was really cool. I like the blonde hair girl who's like super like I want to do everything for you type of thing. I thought that was kind of interesting too. Our MCs of course is really cool. The pink haired girl, I think that she's gonna end up being really cool. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of depth with her and getting into, but she has to overcome like the trauma of like her backstory and shit. I feel like that's gonna be really good. The chainsaw dude, like with the fucking saw blades. I feel like he's really cool. I feel like when we get into the teachers, you said the teachers get way more involved and we meet way more of them. I feel like that's gonna be awesome. I think that the story, especially with the Kishin and like the generals and like the Oni past, I feel like when we get into that, that's really gonna open things up. So I think that right now we have a lot of different plot points that kind of started. And I feel like right when we get into them, it's gonna be like, okay, you know what, actually like pretty much like I fuck with this. And to be fair, there are people that like hate a lot of different animes. Like to be fair, like there's a huge amount of people that hate Fire Force, despite it having awesome fight scenes and like great sound effects.
True.
But you still have that fan base that likes it. Same thing with Black Clover, to be honest, too. There's a lot of people that don't like Black Clover, and a lot of other people that are like, yo, Black Clover fucking is awesome. You know what I mean? So I think right now you kind of have to have people kind of decide if you like it, you don't like it. Hopefully that's going to be, you're going to be able to figure that out soon. But I feel like for the people that do like it, I feel like it's solid and it's got a lot of promise moving forward, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, and like I try not to be like too critical because you're comparing like episode 9 to, we'll say Fire Force and Attack on Titan, like almost finished series and like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much finished series, like with a ton of content, and, like setup and stuff. So just let it build up. It's good enough. You know what I mean? Like the setup as a shonen fan is extremely enjoyable, and that's all I need. And if you like shonen, you're gonna like it.
And that's the
Period.
thing. It's not goaded, but it's still a good anime. There's so many animes that just aren't goaded that are still enjoyable to watch. For me, Shangri-La Frontier. That's one where like a lot of people kind of like hated, got bored of it. But I'm like, bro, this anime I fucking love it whenever it's on. You know what I mean? Like I'm hyped. Like it's great. Fire Force, like there's so many like that. So the thing is, not everyone has to like it. But I feel like right now everyone's kind of like on the fence about it, which makes it kind of volatile, which is also a lot of fun. Because it's fun talking about anime, especially both sides. Because no anime is like necessarily
Yeah.
like, perfect. You know what I mean? Oh, this is Gachiakuta or Gachiakata. That's apparently we've been saying it like fucking plebs this entire time. That's my bad. That's my bad.
Dude, I am a pleb. I got very poor pronunciation in
Same.
Spanish and Japanese, but it's the effort that counts, right?
By the way, guys, next week on the podcast, we are going balls deep into Gachiakuta. Like it is
Oh
going
yeah.
to be so like you guys don't understand. Like for so far, well, this episode we're not gonna be getting into it because it's kind of like a bridge episode. Episode is phenomenal. Animation blew my goddamn minds. I cannot wait to talk about it too compared to the manga. But the next episode is going to be insane. Remember how I kind of brought up Gachiakata? Gotta start training myself here. It's about to break the internet. Start the clocks. Next Sunday, internet will be broken. It is going to be absolutely insane. Will it? It might. It might. It depends on how far that episode gets. But this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna get into the meat, the heart and soul of this first arc here, and I'm telling you, you're gonna absolutely love it. So we're gonna be talking a ton about it next week. For those fans of Kaiju, I hope you guys are excited because we all know what's coming up if you read the manga. Like, it is just, it's firing on all cylinders. But anyways, let's get into another anime that's kind of firing on all cylinders. DanDaDan. What the fuck's up with our boy having a harem now? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, who doesn't love Ken? You know what I mean? He's not the sexiest guy, but he kind of is. We all love Ken, you know?
Bro, that...
My guy's the man.
No, bro, that's like giving like the vibes of the one dude we just met. Yo, he's a trip. He's fucking hilarious, the new character.
I thought he was hysterical. He was a little too much. He's very extra, but like him walking to school, like hitting these dance moves, singing like a song that was like felt like offbeat. I was like, damn, this guy is extremely overconfident. And then he walks into school and just like shrinks back in. It was like, oh, okay, I got you.
He's talking about spicy talk. He's like, oh, is that how we go with the lady spicy talk? Like, this guy's so weird.
Unreal. Pulling out like his like special hair comb, like hitting the hair. I was like, yo, amazing on DanDaDan. Amazing work.
Bro, can we have like a moment of silence for Momo? Bro, girl's going through it. First of all, she has to compete with Ira, right? She's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a chance, right? Because they met because Ken's getting bullied. She feels bad. She kind of steps in, and then they end up, bonding, becoming friends. And it's like, all right, great, awesome, right? And then she's like, starts to kind of like, kind of gel with him, kind of vibe with him a little bit. She's kind of like, Ken's pretty cool. He's been, working out, gets a cool haircut. Let's not forget this, like, Ken glue up. Episode 1 Ken is different from the Ken now. And just like, kind of like, fight for his attention over Ira, and it's like, oh damn, like that's crazy. And now it's like all these other women, and it's just like, bro, Momo did not expect this at all. She gave a chance on like the class dork.
Class president's coming to stick up for her. Yeah, where was that last season, huh?
Exactly. I love how like Momo comes in and she's just like, excuse me, Ken does not want to be bothered, and she's like, Momo's like, what's this bitch on about? Like, I love how, like Momo keeps saying that. She calls them bitches and skanks. I fucking think it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude.
Like, she said that they're leaving and stuff. She's like, what's that skank line about? You don't want me to be there? Like, this is crazy. And I'm like, bro, I was just crying. Like, poor fucking Momo. And then she has, like, the fucking weird dude trying to talk spicy talk the entire time with her. Like, bro, she can't catch a break.
You're just in the middle of, like, a very tense conversation. And, she's like, yeah, tell these skanks what's up. And Ken's like, well, no, I just... And this guy's like... In the Japanese or the sub, he's just like 10-gallon weenie, and everyone's like, "What? Are you kidding? Are you serious?" And he's like, but when Ken uses spicy talk, it's acceptable." I was just like, amazing character. Can't read the room. Very difficult to watch.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they are talking about Ken's golden nut. You know what I mean?
He's out of the loop though. He doesn't know what the family jewels really are.
Yeah, but like that's the funny thing. I
mean, it is still, Yeah,
they're talking about his nuts. I mean, like, his magical nuts. Like, it's something, bro. It's something. And, hey, yo, good on the collab. DanDaDan and Kaiju 8. Like, let's go. We're fighting a Kaiju now. I like it. That's where Kafka really got his powers. Ken's nuts.
Yeah. Just whole successful anime and manga based off of one creature that escaped from, Ken's nuts. Created from Ken's nuts. That's DanDaDan just creating multiverses at this point.
That's Kaiju 9's source of power. If you didn't know how he got the upgrade, he actually found the right nut. So, it explains a lot.
Oh my god.
Bro, I watched Kaiju 8 and then I watched a DanDaDan episode, and like when the Kaiju appeared, it just had me fucking crying. I'm like, I've already seen this anime, bro. I just watched it.
I already know what happens. You know what I mean? We can finally get into it when we get into Kaiju.
All right.
Too excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you fucking spoiled it for me, motherfucker.
Several times.
But now I get what you spoiled.
Yes.
Oh, it's such bullshit. But anyways, DanDaDan's really funny. I think it's like really cool though too. Getting like back on track here. I think it's like really kind of cool how that like weird dude. First of all, it was really funny when she's like, "Yeah, I can see you guys like being friends," and then it zooms out and looks at both of them. And it's like, "Yeah, these motherfuckers are twins." Like it actually, you can tell they were part of the same group. You know what I mean? But it's really cool that he was actually adding like a lot of like intel, like a lot of help in that fight. Where he's like, "Okay, well, he's probably using something like cloaking. Let's get 3 different perspectives on him, and we want to see him." And it actually worked. It's like, "Hey, yo, this guy's gonna be like." weird. He's gonna be crazy. He's gonna be a bit of a trip. He's gonna be hilarious. You know what I mean? But he's gonna actually be like really impactful and helpful. So I think it's really cool how we're getting another member here. And so far they haven't missed. I mean, we haven't had the best intro to Ira or to Gigi. We love them now. You know what I mean? So my question is, who's gonna possess this kid to give him powers? Because I mean, we have Evil Eye,
right.
we have Acrobatic Silky. Like, does he take one of Ken's nuts? Like, how does this guy become an absolute magical beast? You know what I mean?
Very good point. And you're so right. Like, we had like the same kind of trepidations about Gigi. Like, he's very extra. He's kind of like quirky and weird. That's exactly what this guy is.
Yeah.
Except that, you know, it's a little etchy, but he'll grow on everybody. I think.
It's funny though. It's funny though. Like, the green hair guy was weird. Like, him talking about like spicy talk was so funny.
That is the perfect dynamic in anime. Yorosube from Tougen Anki, creepy, weird, off-putting, bad timing.
Yeah.
New DanDaDan guy, very funny. Also horrible timing, but well done.
Yeah, it's well done. You gotta make it funny, not creepy, you know what I mean? And DanDaDan makes it funny.
Dude, so good. I think he'll grow on us, but that was like my thought this episode. What is this guy going to have to go through to get possessed and get powers and join the crew? If that's what happens, I don't know. But I think his introduction was really good. And like, as soon as he pulls out the like magazines, like you can't really tell what it is.
It's upside down.
You know, it's some sci-fi shit or some alien shit. Yeah, it's completely upside down, just staring at Ken, like pretending to read. I thought that was great. And like, that was my signal. It's like, he's just like Ken. Like, I think he'll be an asset to the group.
Yeah, like, to be fair though, like we can't like judge the guy because like I'm in the same boat as him. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, Ken, like, how are you pulling these women? Because he has Ira obsessed with him. Like, Momo's after him, and now he has this girl in his class who's like, excuse me,
class president.
Yeah, leave Ken alone. Like, he's a part of my class. And it's like I'm with Ken. I'm like, where were you this whole time? You haven't said shit. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden you come out of nowhere. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm with the weird dude. I'm like, bro, like, how are you getting these girls? What are you saying? Like, what?
Sleeper Ken, dude. Sleeper Ken. Just like, yo, how is this coming about? How are you so like popular?
Golden magical nuts, bro.
It's the secret answer.
It's the answer to everything.
Oh, it's so good.
It reminds me of that South Park episode where the dude has giant testicles and he just wheels them around in a wheelbarrow and everyone's like, oh.
He's just wheeling them around.
And like, he's the man. His wife's like, oh my god, I'm so attracted to you with your massive nuts.
That is truly the story of Ken Takakura.
Oh my god, dude, it's an absolute mess. Guys, please stop suing DanDaDan. Like, it is good. We would like more seasons. You know what I mean? Like, let's listen, they're making the name look good. Like, Ken's pulling. You know what I mean? And he's a badass fighter. Like,
right.
It's not like you're disgracing the name. Like Ken's pretty fucking cool. But anyways, it was awesome. Is there anything else you would add to that before we get into Kaiju? I mean, what a funny fucking episode of DanDaDan.
So good, dude. As always.
So good. I mean, dude, Kaiju. First of all, we gotta talk about Hikaru. I mean, our boy is getting some fucking love. And, like, that's what I like about fucking Kaiju 8, is that we're getting some love to, like, a side character, like a true side character. Like, Ichikawa, you know, Shinomiya, they're, like, not really side characters. They're just, like, a part of, like, the main cast. Iharu really isn't. And at first, you got teased, because, like, he gets a lot of screen time. Like, Iharu gets quite amount of...
True.
Like, he gets a lot. And we actually thought he was going to get the weapon Kaiju 6. You know what I mean? The way that they, like, fucking got us in the first half there. But then we're seeing him more and more. He's helping Ichikawa. Like, he's his right-hand man. He's Ichikawa to Ichikawa's Kafka. Does that make sense?
Perfectly put.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's that guy who's, like, trying to get stronger to be with him, to help him out, and he's there for him, you know what I mean? And he, like, isn't going to get a number weapon, but bro's hitting 43%? 43% my guy's peaking at? Like, I like how the, like, I love how the captain even said it, or whatever his position is, where he's like, yo, if we train this guy, he could be like a fucking beast. And it's like, yes, some love for Iharu. Because you listen to his backstory, too, and you kind of feel for him. I want him to be strong, and I'm so glad that, like, he's getting that, and he's getting some love and some recognition, and we're, like, spreading the love to the whole cast, not just one dude. I think that's it. And we haven't seen Kafka in, like, 2 eps, you know what I mean? Well, kind of from at the end of this one. So, like, I like how Kaiju 8, you know, doesn't just be, like, main character. It's all about them. Fuck everything else. I like how it's actually, like, building kind of a world here.
100%. And Kaiju number 8 does an incredible job of that whole cast, really building them and giving them a place in the story. Because Iharu, his backstory is awesome. I was always the best, the smartest, the fastest, the strongest. And then he gets to the Defense Force, and it's like, yo, these people are in a different league than me.
Yeah.
And the little euphemism they use of him like breaking down the wall and he starts punching it, very, very cool.
Loved it.
Because he is such a good dude to Ishikawa. And we said the same thing in season 1 how many months ago. You know, let's like give Ichikawa his flowers. Like, he's been such a good like homie to Kafka. You're exactly right. Iharu was doing the same thing. He sets him up for like all the glory, the kill shot,
Mhm.
but he does all the work. And even Ogata, like the captain of this squadron, he's like, oh man, he's like me, like unstable, but like still very talented. Like
Yeah.
when he gets in the zone, and he like hits a tree branch and like gets crushed, and he's like back down to 2% or whatever. But I thought it was cool, like how they designed Iharu's character to kind of complement Ichikawa, like in a way like a regular prodigy, like a regular guy who kind of is a prodigy. I thought that was really cool. Right, like you can build exciting episodes without Kafka, without Shinomiya or Kaiju 9. That for me shows you have a really good cast. And even like the big muscular dude and like his partner, the defense military dad kid, like that's all I remember about him. His dad is like big in the military. Like
Yeah. Oh, I know
he's had very
the
little
two
screen
guys
time.
that went like camping and stuff. That were getting camping supplies on with Hoshina's days
Yeah, and he has
off.
like bluish hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they even do a good job of like building them up in the future. Like the whole cast really is good, and I think that's an understated element of Kaiju number 8.
100%. I think it's really cool too that we talk about like Ichikawa as well. Where we're like, oh yeah, it's cool that he's getting his flowers, getting number 6. They really drew a lot of parallels to him and Shinomiya's mom. You know what I mean? How like it really
Yes.
seems like they are like very like similar, and they're kind of going through the same situations here. Where she's like, "Oh, I might be get fitted because my cells kind of match with number 4," and the one guy was like, "Oh yeah, like go for it." And he's like, "Did I make a mistake by doing that? Did I lead her to her death by like if I just said no? You know what I mean? Like maybe she'd still be here." And he's in the same position now with Ichikawa, and he's like, "Fuck it, kid, go for it." You know what I mean? He's like, "You're gonna become a beast. Like we just have to make sure we train you to like make sure you're gonna be like all right." And Iharu makes sure he's gonna be all right. They're like a really good parent. He even said he's like I don't have to lay into Ichikawa. Like he doesn't need an old man, lecturing him. Like Iharu said it, and he said it in a way where he's never gonna forget it. So I think that is so cool and such like a huge like kind of promotion or props to like Ichikawa, where it's like getting compared to her and drawing those parallels. Like that's pretty impressive. From what we can tell, Shinomiya's mom was an absolute monster. So that's gonna be insane. I cannot wait to see Ichikawa fight with Kafka. Like, oh my god, they're gonna fucking light it up.
That moment is gonna
Mm-hmm.
hit so hard, dude. Kind of like as equals. Kaiju number 8, Ichikawa's like number 6.
Yep.
I think that's set up really well, and even the conversation between Hoshino and number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like everybody's kind of setting up to be not necessarily an equal to Kaiju number 8, but like an assistant, which I think is really cool. Like you give everybody a role and have a really solid full cast.
Yeah, I mean, completely. In Hoshino, I mean, bro's talking my heartstrings this episode. I mean, Kafka said it perfectly. Like,
Oh my
bro is
god.
such a softie. I absolutely fucking love him, man. Taking words out of pages, I guess, from Ichikawa's book, where he's just like, "Hey, man, like, I'm gonna be strong enough so you don't have to turn." You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, are you Hoshino or Ichikawa right now? Like, what's kind of going on here? Telling Kafka, like, I'm gonna be strong
Yeah.
enough for you to make sure you don't have to become Kaiju 8. Like, you fucking softie. And I love when Kafka's kind of crying. He's like, I forgot. He puts on this tough exterior, but like, he's such a great guy. And he's like, yo, he is, bro. That's my goat. I love Hoshino, bro. He's so like this episode really again just kind of emphasizes how cool the character is. And you gotta imagine like the intro we got to him was kind of like you know what I mean? He was kind of like rough on the edges a little bit. He was pretty funny, you know what I mean? But it was like to think that we kind of get to where we are with him now. I feel like that character development is just fucking phenomenal. I absolutely love Hoshino as a character.
Dude, he's so good. And the way you're exactly right. You've hit a great point, like where he kind of shows love on this next generation, and
Mm-hmm.
that's very overused trope in anime. But the way he shows love on people like Ichikawa, especially Kafka,
Mm-hmm.
like he wants them to succeed. He offers to train him in this episode and takes him to a very special place, if you will, and shows him some serious techniques that I think will be incredibly fruitful in the future. But he shows love to Kafka and is like, yeah, like, you don't have to transform anymore. And, Kafka gives his big speech and he's like, yeah, if somebody needs help, he's going to transform. I already knew this. Like, so let's do it. Let's train him.
Yeah.
Let's teach him how to fight as Kafka rather than Kaiju number 8. And I'm sure that will work out beautifully.
Bro, I can't wait. I think Hoshino, I think we need to see him fight, especially with Kaiju 10's new weapon, whatever that may be, because oh my god, is that going to be
Let's
amazing.
go.
Bro, he has one of the best fight styles I think in the anime. I think it's so enjoyable to watch. I love the dual swords and just the lightning fast speed. Like I am a softie for that kind of like fight style. Like that's what I go for like in video games. It's so clean, so cool, so awesome. I absolutely love the guy. It's so good. Bro,
The
I got
scene where he jumps Kafka, dude, and you just see like the purple like swivels. It was like, ooh, good luck, Kafka.
yeah, bro.
Hits him with the rubber sword. It was like,
I like how he's like
Cut
flinging it too. He's like, yep, just had to scare. Bro, okay, going back to that.
Or even.
Bro was like, because they haven't talked since then. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, I had to get you back by getting you to shit your pants. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, that is so.
Or even
bro,
now.
dude, it felt like for the first time they were friends. You know what I mean? It wasn't that like mentor,
Yes.
student kind of relationship. It was kind of like they felt like boys. And that makes sense considering because like he's right. They all owe Kafka their lives. He reminds Kafka that it wasn't Kaiju 8, it was you that made that decision. And then also, they not only fought together, but they fought against each other, which was pretty fucking, that's kind of unique.
And they bring back the scene he like just smokes his sword and breaks it and like holds his own. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because Kafka wasn't really fighting him. He was just defending. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want to hurt Hoshino.
Yes.
So he didn't want to go the kind of like all out. So like you gotta imagine, like everything they've been through, they kind of are boys. And I like how that really made it feel like that. And I was to say, I'm loving it right now because I have, I finally hung up the Displaced Boys, the Kaiju one right there, and Hoshino's in the back, and I'm just like, I love it. I love it. It's the whole crew. I'm like, dude, you look at it though, and it's just like. They really do have a great crew. Like that cast that they built,
True.
You can't help but love all of them. They're all so cool in their own way. They've all had such amazing stories, and it's just like, we need to bring the band back together at some point. Like, I want to get the fucking yellow-haired dude, the spiky dude, the military guy, the blue-haired dude, he needs to come back. Haru's getting some love. I need Mina fighting again. Like, we need the Season 1 crew in the last battle. And that's what I'm a little worried about everyone kind of setting up, is that we're not getting them ready. You know what I mean? It's more like the new captains kind of being introduced that are kind of getting ready. I'm like, I want to throw back to Season 1. You know what I mean? It's just the nostalgia. How can you not?
Which shows how good the cast is. Like, I totally feel the same way, and I've totally, not read the whole manga and spoiled everything for myself. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but I think that would be wonderful, and it would be excellent if it happened. But I have spoken to you about this at least 4 times. The scene at the end of the episode with the samurai and Kafka is incredibly fucking important. And I'm like, oh yeah, the samurai? And you're like, dude, what? I haven't seen that. I brought it up so many times, but incredibly important scene. I absolutely love it. The hype is building. Be there.
Okay, like here's the thing, because like we would be talking about anime, and you'd forget that like we're talking about like some. I think we're talking about Tougen Anki, right? We're talking about Tougen Anki, like we're like texting and stuff, and you're like, yeah, something about the samurai. And I'm like, samurai? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like what's?
Yeah. I totally lost context of the conversation. Yeah. I'm just like, oh yeah, the Kaiju 8 spoiler that I've been waiting to talk about.
Bro, because like oh my god, the samurai. I'm like, you mean like the Momotaro, like the guy in the beginning, like the first episode? And you're like, wait, Kaiju 8. And I'm like. What samurai in Kaiju 8? Like, I'm so and then I saw him at the end of this episode, and I'm like, motherfucker! So I'm not gonna give context because I don't want to like spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything. But I was like, that's the fucking samurai he was talking about this whole fucking time. I mean, hey, listen, after the podcast, I'm down to talk about it because I did forget about some of what you said. But like, fuck it, I'm down to get spoiled. Like that though, I just gotta say, I was like low key, like it was nice because the anime onlys. No fucking clue. Like, all right, samurai, only Kafka can see it. What's going on there?
The hype is real for that samurai. He is the truth.
The manga readers being like, oh my god, this is the start of that thing. And then there's just me in the middle, like, holy shit, I don't know what I'm excited about.
Something's happening.
That guy's important for a certain reason, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but you boys wait. It's about to pop off.
That's so true.
Bro,
I can't help myself.
Dude, I mean... Kaiju 8 was fucking incredible this week. I feel like Season 2 has been phenomenal. Funny enough, rough start to the season with the old man not being able to perform, not being able to turn. But, I mean, look how far we've come since then. And, boys, we're almost at the end of the season. Already. This was episode 9s and 10s out of a 12-episode seasons. So, again, pretty soon, we're going to be dropping the fall preview. And honestly, too, I'm going to let you guys know, we have a playlist. I think, anime playlist, or I'm even gonna, like, lock it in at the end of the video, where we're gonna be talking about this season, the summer season, the check-in video. I highly recommend checking that out, especially after you see what's in fall, because fall doesn't have a whole lot. You might be enjoying the time off from anime, going back, watching some sleepers, which we will be dropping more videos on in the fall season, because we're having a lot more time. But if you're
sleeper season.
It is. Yo, fall season is sleeper season. I'm just saying. But
let's get it.
If you are looking for stuff in the fall season to check out, the summer season has been so unbelievably stacked. Not just with heavy hitters dropping new seasons, but with a ton of phenomenal new premieres. A lot of stuff we're not talking about that is honestly some grade A fucking sauce. So, I mean, Secrets of the Silent Witch, The Water Magician. There's so many. So I highly recommend if you look at the fall season, like, hey, this is kind of like lacking. Like, I kind of want some more stuff to watch. I definitely recommend go check out our summer check-in video. We can see all the, like, pretty much all of the really good animes that dropped in the summer season. And maybe you want to go back and check out one of them, or two of them, or even 3 of them, because there's a lot of really good stuff. But that is it for this week. I mean, an eventful week, a controversial week. We're not going to get into Netflix, just absolutely shitting on the Fragrant Flowers dub that we waited, 2 months for? But, I just wanted to add in, fuck Netflix. You know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of just, sprinkle that in. I'm glad I sailed the seas.
Yeah, we're keeping that energy on this podcast. Mm-hmm. Fuck Netflix.
Yeah, they live it. Give us so many reasons to say fuck Netflix. Like it's the fact that you delayed.
Give it to Hulu. Just give it to Hulu.
Bro, like okay, I think it was a kind of a myth here, like because people were saying they delayed the global release because they wanted the English dub. I kind of think they just wanted to make it a Japanese exclusive for a little bit. That happens a lot. We've seen it with the Chainsaw Man movie, with the Demon Slayer movie. So if that's the case, it is what it is. But people are kind of upset. So like, yo, you delayed it 2 months and for this shit dub. I don't think they delayed it for the dub. That could be something that was said out there that I didn't see. I don't know. If it was delayed because of the dub, Netflix, you're literally rage baiting. Like it's fucking insane. People are they butchered it. I honestly recommend listening to the sub. It is really, really good. I'm telling you, it is an awesome series. But that sucks because it'll probably hurt it with winning Romance Anime of the Year because most people are gonna watch it in dub and they're gonna be like, yo, this sucks. So that sucks. Thank you, Netflix. You fucking suck. But not as much as Crunchyroll for getting rid of the comments section. So we're kind of in shambles. When it comes to anime, we're kind of popping off. When it comes to streaming platforms for anime, we're in fucking shambles, boys. We're fucking
starving. Spit the truth, bro. Spit the truth.
It's fucking rough out here. But is there anything else you like to add?
Dude, another really good week. I think Tougen Anki is popping off this coming week. So stick with it. Hang in there. It's not perfect, but rock with it. And To Be Hero X is Anime of the Year.
Okay, like that ass. Wait, but it's like that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy this week that's coming up right now. This week, this right now is going to be one of the best weeks ever because Tougen Anki is about to pop off apparently. Gashi Akatela is about to begin its fucking most insane arc.
Ooh,
There's a couple of them, and then we're getting the season finale for To Be Hero X. So boys, lock in. We have this week is peak. This week is straight up peak. So, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be seeing you guys next week. Dropping plenty of anime videos, so if you're interested, check them out. And also check out that short if you want a new romance manga, 10 chapters. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great week. Enjoy your week. I know you will. Anyways, guys, later, and see you.